I lied. I know I just lied. I know I just lied. Hopefully, yep, it's up. Okay, I'm back. I just this is on live afterwards. This is behind the scene video, but we're gonna go to Grace's report on everything. So that being said, Grace's report: the truth behind Raccoon City. 60 pages. This is a bonus video. You can skip, you can leave, but welcome back. Introduction. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile to wipe out the affected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for production and trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative in the Raccoon City incident was falsified and allocated newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. Remember Resident Evil 6. The president was going to come clean about this evidence. This is my personal inquiries. The president was going to come clean about this evidence. Shit happens. Don't worry. BDC will be on Resident Evil 6 pretty soon. Yeah, fast forward. Yeah, 1968. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. In 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt it was his duty to bring about a change to humanity. As stated in the court records following the Raccoon City incident, this ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of human race. I believe in Homo superior, mutants, natural causes, not this bullshit, not viral infections, mutant and proud. Thus, he relentlessly pursued our virus research through the illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. The 1970s, I'm turning my light off. There's no reason for me to have the light off. From the very beginning of the Umbrella, the company faced rapid changes and intense internal strife. Most notably, the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. I'm a Digimon fan. I'm reading that name backwards. Or reading those names backwards. Marcus Spencer's. My boy with the fist. I don't give a fuck. I'll push a Greymon Marcus. Anyway, according to the court records, this conflict was cited as a primary factor leading to unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T-virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. 1980s. You know, I watched a whole history video about this, and I'm basically just reading what the video said. Anyway, this is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incidents and the truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence in the ARC establishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing the T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. Keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during the recent events, originally served as the administrative center of the Umbrella research. I'm sorry that I woke you up, Lola. Who's a good girl? I'm gonna pet you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You want a treat? You want a treat? I got you, baby. Here's a treat. Sorry, I had to give the dog some love. She been good tonight. The underground facility known as ARC. Oh, I read this part. Several documents outlining Spencer's plans for ARC have been discovered. I never unlocked that safe, and I feel bad about it. Excerpts from confiscated records. Long-term strategic review, 1980 underscore 0422. ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1. Concentrated investments into the Wesker project and the T-virus. Step 2. Establishment of ARC as a central command center. Step 3. Development of ELPIS. Step 4. Memory transfer and forced evolution. Mia Hollow has a very unique experience when it comes to the word memories transfer. Go watch our gameplay on Resident Evil Revelations 2. Claire, Moira, Barry, Natalia, who may not be Natalia at this moment. This is the first recorded instance of a significant keyword, ELPIS. The connections, evolvement. The following documents regarding Marcus' involvement were also discovered. Excerpts from confiscated record received a donation 1986 underscore 0138. Recipient James Market, sender, Foundation Elf. Amount $30 million. I do not know where that came from. Don't look at me like that, Lola. I'm having fun. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the Elf Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The Elf Foundation no longer exists. The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been surrounded. The alarm against for years. Surrounded, I meant to say sounding. This illicit group is at the heart of all of this. Remember, we saw the Connections crate right next to the Umbrella crate last live stream, Evidence suggests the Connections sought involvement with Umbrella Central Operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. Excerpt from confiscated records, Telegraph Log 1988 underscore 0996. Sender, Brandon Bailey. Recipient, F Foundation. Preparations are complete. I think it's time that we made contact with. I think it's time they made contact with me directly. Don't you? I await a response. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence from the Connections to see the Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the Connections, but he may have only been a small cog in a larger machine. We now believe the Connections have been deep-rooted in the criminal underworld since before 1980. My tongue is tired and I'm making up words as I go. Much about the Connection remains unknown. Spencer's Purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's was recently discovered. Excerpt for confiscated record re-evaluation list. Following the CEO re-evaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals. Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, James Marcus, ... name omitted. 1990s, I was born. During this period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. That's where Albert Wesker come in. That's where Alex Wesker come in. But I don't think they're part of the story right now. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations in the Connection due to moles who had infiltrated the company. Yet, despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at ARC. The research ELPIS, while most records regarding ELPIS was lost with the destruction of ARC, a precious few remain. Excerpt from confiscated record, Spencer's message, 1990 data missing. I'm pretty sure you're gonna say 1990, but we'll go with what we're reading here. Tricell, ACF, the family, and Umbrella. Elpis shall bring it all to an end. Data corrupted. Now, I'm pretty sure we know who Welcome to the Family is. If you don't know, I gave you a hint with that little sentence. Moving forward, the only information leaked about Elpis was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access. That password was Hope. I swear, if I turn this page and it said that password was Hope, I'm going to be slightly pissed that I read ahead. What is Elpis? I'm not upset. Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The Connection and other black market groups mistakenly thought it was to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. They was wrong. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was unknown. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology. Again, Ronin, an X-Men, believes in the Homo superior, mutant and proud. Cyclops was right, Magneto was right, Charles was right. Don't ask questions. Completion of Elpis, we're on page 34, people. We're past the halfway points. Sorry, my headphones had timed out. Based on data taken from the confiscated records, the changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. After this period, the records show a marked decrease in the numbers of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in the activity was also observed at Raccoon City's orphanage. Disturbingly, it was suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for Umbrella's transformation. Those sick, freaky bastards! While Spencer, I'm gonna take a break right there. When I say sick, freaky bastards, I ain't talking about the children that scared me. I'm talking about that motherfucker who wrote the note saying, I can't wait to experiment on these little kids. Fuck you, and fuck your whole team, and I hope you burn in hell. Anyway, while Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicated he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkins in the late 90s. Birkins turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T-virus. 1998, the Raccoon City incidents, aka Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella Research Facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we have been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of the infection. No. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella. It shifts the blame for all illegal activities into Spencer. Found records indicate that the Connection lobbied for the missile strike. Excerpts from the confiscated records, access log, first assembly minutes. ARC has been secured. Commence the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella's assets, particularly the things they believe would disrupt the world military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the Connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set up them to swiftly secure ARC before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After the Raccoon City incident, Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Revelations 2. There's probably more that I'm forgetting, but let's stick to this. The Umbrella Trials. As is well known, the trials were held after the events of Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinates, Albert "Fuck You" Wesker. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to the Tristel, which in turn has strong ties to the connection. Therefore, it is highly likely there was a pressure from the government and the connections during this trial. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy, just as the connection in the government intended. Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO, and he disappeared from the public eye. The acquisition of ARC. The connections in the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, ARC served as the base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. My daughter was young, and I forgot the word. Let's just continue. We're almost at the end, folks. Documents believed to be transition lists have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors, along with organizations that were previously found guilty of the legal activities. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost in the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. The proliferation of the bioterrorism. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies report the president wished to reveal the full truth of Raccoon City. We know this. He'll go back again. Resident Evil 6, come to BDC near you. I say that like we're a theater. But yes, the BDC channel will be playing Resident Evil. This part right here, this page, this first paragraph is covered in Leon's story. Let's go to the second paragraph, which is just a sentence. It's possible that President Benford was privy to the fact revealed in his report, and that's why they turned him. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer's after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light. An interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. I'm sorry. Those are some weird lights outside. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer shows signs of remorse in this interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential of a panacea to be the use for good. I said that sentence wrong, but I said the word right. It's possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. I believe in a redeemer. I believe in redemption. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. No, he was not. Spencer died in 2006 as his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. In conclusion, as we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the connections in the U.S. government. Furthermore, they were involved in illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the connection remains shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside art. My belief, either the DLC that was announced for this game is going to cover this, or are we going to get a Resident Evil 10 to wrap the whole story up, the whole franchise up? It's in Capcom's hand, of course. Countless lives have been lost as government officials We have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to these heinous actions. Yours truly, FBI intelligence agent Grace Ashcroft. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this little bonus video. I will say like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit, but I'm not. I have been your Ronin. I have been your Ronin. They're on DS. If Lola could bark right now, she could say she has been your Lola, but she can't. Game over. I'm out.